Welcome to the stream, everyone. Welcome back to the Everwake. It is a very lovely Wednesday afternoon for me. I see a bunch of people in the chat. Blake Broadhurst, hey, Broadhurst, my bad. Adrian, welcome back to the stream. Third one you've made. Glad you're here. Catherine, glad you could make it too. Oh man, I've got stuff to talk about. Well, more to show to talk. It's been the weirdest month of Everwake, right? Because I knew about like 70% of what I was doing for the last 2 weeks with all the chaos and everything. Planning has been one thing, but also, and I don't want to get too much into it without showing you, you need to see the video before I can get too far down the rabbit hole. But things are changing in the Everwake to a degree. There's gonna be some big info drops that are not gonna make it into the streams that will be in the video, which, by the way, the video is probably, so I'm gonna finish my time and then I'm gonna release one video. I'm not sure how long that video is actually gonna end up being, but it is going to have it's a very carefully made video, which may come at the cost of actual amount of content, but it is a very calculated, carefully crafted video. Viking hinted to something yesterday. Yeah, that would not be surprising. There's big enough things changing that I've had to have a couple small words with Viking. As always, we never talk specifics, but yeah, Cryptic, you did make it. Well, let's go ahead and hop into it. Untypical Gamer, love Everwake. Thank you so much. So I changed my name. I used to be Looney. Oh, Secret Insanity is the Looney that confused me last week. Welcome back to the stream. I'm here until Viking goes live on. He's on Twitch front page today. Wait, what? What? How'd that happen? I am very curious. How does he know that ahead of time? Twitch is a mysterious enigma that I will never understand. There's good old Moist Kevin. I've relocated him away from here. I have spent so much time grinding resources. Yeah, this chest, lots of stuff. And honestly, it's probably still not enough. It's a good start at the very least. If you were not around last week, one of the big things we're going to be doing is building a big mutual house for me and Viking. It's going to be like a blue Gothic style clock tower right about placed where the shop is. We're going to remove the shop because we don't need it anymore. Build it really tall, probably about as tall as the mountain peaks. And then there's going to be a big tree that spiral wraps around it. It's a big build. It's a really, really big build. There's other details that I can't really get into. I don't know how much I got into it last week, but I want to be careful and not overshare. Oh, I am not doing an 8-hour stream. Oh, wait, Viking's doing an 8-hour stream. Oh, dang. He applied for it? You can apply for that? See, again, I know nothing about Twitch. Yeah, I know we need a tree farm. I mean, I've done a lot of tree farming this week. So, dude, I've never had to do a significant amount of warped stem farming. That is the worst thing ever to farm. It also took forever even to find a warped forest. It ended up, the nearest one I could find was on the other side of the Nether Fortress, which is already like 1,000 blocks away. So I grabbed some, brought it back, thinking, yeah, I can farm that without too much trouble. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, it was so much of a pain. Yes, the boats are still here. Congratulations, your boats have survived yet one more week. There's something new in the community center. And I'm going back and forth on sharing it, because it is part of the plot. But you know me, I'm a nervous Nelly when it comes to at any occasion when Everwake could be kind of UHCG-esque. And between building a giant Gothic clock tower and the other thing in the community center, I'm a little worried I'm on the nose. Like I said, I've been in this internal battle. I'm trying to get over it, right? Because I do also not want my fear to hold Everwake back. And that is the thing. And I've seen every time it's come up in chat, people are generally like, you need to chill. So I'm trying to chill. I made a suggestion last week. I liked the beanstalk idea. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the beanstalk idea. I can see the appeal, but it's not for me. But I appreciate the suggestion. Also, think about having to climb that beanstalk every time you just want to grab something from your chests. Blah. Okay. This is a stream special. We ain't gonna talk about this at any other occasion, but I want opinions. So, anybody have a guess what that is? Anybody got ideas? How about this? Remind you of anything? Don't share it. Oh, shoot. Somebody said don't share. Well, my bad. My bad. Thoughts? Because yes, we're bringing journals to Everwake. And there's good, really well thought out reasons. But here's my thing, right? This is always, my fear has never really been that we're copying UHCG, because at the end of the day, there's so much nuance to the way UHCG does things that it's like, I know that it's a different way. But when you look at it from a surface level, you look at something like the basic concept of Everwake is, oh, a shared world that people are taking turns. That sounds like Everwake. Oh, there's going to be a clock tower at spawn. Sounds like Everwake. Sounds like UHCG. There's journals. Really sounds like UHCG. But these are all being executed fairly differently. I just wonder how surface level, like people who aren't mega engaged will see that. That's always the thing. I didn't say you'd have to climb it every time. I mean, the beanstalk's not happening, my guy. Maybe at some point, but not for this build at least. So I love the idea of bringing it. Yeah. People seem to be liking the journal idea. Okay. Because there's a real problem in Everwake that UHCG kind of accidentally solved, is bringing everybody's thoughts together with the journals. So me and Viking really want to focus in on what do you use to get rid of wool? Is it shears? There's definitely got to be a tool for that. Or is UHCG copying Everwake? Definitely not that. But there's a problem with communication in Everwake. Like our only real form of communication is the task game. And the task game is fine, but it does put us in a very adversarial position to each other, which I'm not a huge fan of. Shears is the tool. Okay, I thought shears, but do I have shears on me? No. This is your favorite Minecraft series ever. Thank you very much. We're really making a push to try to level it up a bit. So you can't compare other Minecraft series together or you will stress yourself out. See, that's also completely true. And that's also part of why I'm trying to get over it. Because at the end of the day, Everwake is inspired by UHCG. And you know what? UHCG rocks. So I guess there is a fine line between like taking inspiration and copying. And I'm always trying to be careful to ride that line carefully. But I think also the more that I stress about it, the more it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Like there would probably not be you probably wouldn't even be thinking about it if I hadn't brought it up. Am I seriously using a bow to hit down wool? Look, I didn't have shears on hand. But yes, you wouldn't have even thought about it being like UHCG, probably. At least not in like a serious capacity if I hadn't brought it up. But because I'm in my own head, now I'm bringing it up and making you think about it, which makes it much more of a like thing to think about. Okay. How did I miss you every single time? Where's my bow? Ah! Hate phantoms, man. Hate them so much. The journals are more like sending each other letters instead of DMing. Yeah. And see, we did think about, is like, what if we just do something that effectively works the way that UHCG journals do? Like, come up with some sort of other weird way of doing communication. But at the end of the day, it's just reinventing the wheel, you know? Like, UHCG already found the best solution to that problem. So, at that point, if there's a best solution on the board that, like, is just right there, then not using it is just holding Everwake back. Which just doesn't make sense. UHCG and Everwake are only barely similar in my mind. They're such different concepts that I don't even connect them aside from when you talk about it. Well, hey, I mean, that's kind of the dream for it, right? So that's awesome. Oh my goodness, there's so much junk that is now arriving because I am tearing this down. Believe it or not, I organized my inventory right before the stream. Oi, oi, oi. I need to consider what blocks I even feel like saving. Okay. That would probably be in a stone chest. Yes. Okay. Don't need the membrane. Put the enchanted book up here. Kaboom it. I'm sad to see task boards go away, but I like the journal. I didn't say tasks are going away. I'm just, this is additional. And even if the task game were to go away, I think it has worked well enough that we would find a new form for it. There's gonna be some task shenanigans this month, man. I'm telling you, I'm rocking the boat. We're breaking, you know, the norms we have established in the last couple months are going to be shaken. That is all I can really say. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. I agree with the comment you just read about them being different series. Heck yeah. Thank you. Also, if you asked him, I'm pretty sure Twitch contacted him and asked about the front page. Okay, interesting. I'd say doing the signs for communication would be a bit more UHCG than Everwake style. Well, like, honestly though, signs are so basic. Like, we do have signs. Like, we got this guy right here. Or we got, like, this. That. You know, there's signs around the valley. But they're, and they're kind of UHCG style, I guess. But, like, I don't know, man. It's signs. To me, signs are so basic that it's like, it's really hard to compare them to UHCG, even if it is such an established norm there. When you are a Twitch partner, you can apply to be the front page. Okay, I'm an affiliate, not a partner, so that makes sense. Boat. You're starting to build in blue. What do I have to start doing? I missed what I had to do. Yeah, I'm building a little bit in blue, man. That is the one thing, right? So this month, I'm trying to bring the family back together, like relieve some of the tension And remember that, you know, this is our world. We're building it together. But I still haven't figured out how I'm going to deal with the blue, man. Because I'm okay with blue. It's just you can't have everything blue. It can't all be blue. And I don't know how to address that. Like, man, it's so much blue. It's so much blue. Cheese it, welcome to the stream. Vote still doesn't count as spamming, right? I mean, no, but like, you know, also don't spam it so much that it makes me want to reconsider. I'd appreciate that. Okay, let's see. So I've got two things I want to do. I want to actually start building this. We got to take down the shop. And I still want Pale Oak. So we might go on another adventure for Pale Oak. Well, you know, what's mine is his now, right? We agreed we're sharing inventory, so I guess I just got a mending book. Heck yeah, dude. Surrender to the blue. No! Everwake can't be blue. It would... Think about this for a minute, man. Would it actually look good if everything was blue? No, it's not. Well, no. Yes, it is a lot of blue. The only reason it's not, like, it doesn't feel like that much blue is because we simply don't have that much in the world yet. But Blue Barn, partially blue stable because I had to match the style. Blue Nether Portal. His house is blue. Mind you, Blue Haven. Viking put a blue line down here that I had to remove. Like, it's objectively a lot of blue. And the only reason the gold farm, the gold and guardian farm is blue. The gold farm isn't blue, but only because I demanded it. And then he still found a loophole and went for purple. It's like it's got to be intentional, right? Obviously it's intentional that it's all blue, but it's like, it feels like it's intentionally too much blue. And I can honestly not tell if he's doing it intentionally to be like annoying with it, or if it's just something he's stuck to a degree in which it's insane. Are you blue about it? Ever blue? So part of my goal for this month is to resolve the blue situation. Because I think if you asked Viking, he'd say it's going fine, right? The only thing threatening his blue is me winning the task game. And honestly, I don't think I have the best shot of winning it. But that's not even the thing. I'm not worried about that. I'd rather not have to strong arm him into stopping the blue. I don't even want him to stop the blue. I just want him to reduce the blue. You know, every build should have at least 2 colors. That's all I ask. If everything's got some blue, fine. But it can't be entirely blue every time. Anyways, that's my piece. I've said my piece. Joanne, how could you do this? Oh, thank God. Daytime comes right as I'm removing the roof. Oh my God, so many blocks. So many blocks. I honestly should just make a chest. I don't know. I'll ferry some things up. Problem is our inventory is also getting like even that's part of the reason I want to build a house is honestly storage in this house is also really getting tough. Like, some chests are fine, like obviously these, but then you get to like our miscellaneous blocks chest and it just gets scary. I can just put these in here. Mending book in here. Get Viking to build a storage system. Honestly, I would 100% build the storage system myself. But it feels really goofy to build a storage system right now when copper golems are like a month away or something. Blue is fun, but I see where I'm coming from because blue is the best color. Like, yeah, again, I like blue. Blue's one of my favorite colors. But moderation. Moderation. It's a beautiful thing. Absolutely lovely thing. This almost makes like a nice pavilion, and now I'm just sad to get rid of it. Looks like a nice, like, you know, those park, like, gazebo areas where they have a bunch of picnic tables and you, like, go eat in the shade. Maybe the world could start to corrupt in a way that only affects blue blocks. I mean, I like to keep, even if we do have some not so subtly hinted at lore, I still try to keep, we still try to keep the series grounded in like vanilla Minecraft. So just changing the world abruptly outside of the scope of the known scope of the series probably would rub a lot of people the wrong way. Task coupon, probably don't need that. I mean, that one I'm not just gonna take. Let's see, blue concrete. We can lose 3 blue concrete. It's okay. We'll live without it. Kaboom. Yeah, sure, why not? Say it's at it. This couldn't have any negative repercussions. Personally, I would build in blue and green. I mean, yeah, it would look cool. It'd look like a Splatoon game a little bit. Oh, brother. Didn't even jump. Ah, whatever. It's good enough. Kablooey. Nah. This is a boring way to do it. Let's spice it up a bit. I like to build with Prismarine almost to a fault. What we building? We getting started on Mega Base. Mega Base for both me and Viking. It's gonna be a heck of a time. How? Okay, I don't have redstone on hand. Could make some levers to make this work. Or honestly, just buttons. That's fine. Boom. I'm trying not to damage the surrounding terrain. You know what? Let's just go for it. Once and for all. This is gonna probably make a huge mess. Alright, let's see how bad this goes. A little bit of damage. Didn't even set off one of the blocks of TNT. Okay. Yeah, it's a fun idea, but if I'm trying not to create a crater, this is very inefficient. All right. One last attempt. We'll do it this way. That ought to get the job done. At least mostly. Oh, let me out. Oh! It's so worth it. This has gone to plan. I am not a demolitions expert. Make mistakes, get messy. I mean, I do have the dirt and such. It's just I have, like, plenty of building to do without creating extra messes that I have to clean up. Collect some of this dirt. Didn't blow up any important builds or anything. Okay, doesn't look like any TNT went flying that way, which is good. This is like the worst of it over here. Oi, brother. Also just replace the blue blocks with green blocks. Yeah, but again, it's my problem isn't blue. It's just in a like overly intense amount of one singular color, right? So yeah, I could add blue, but then you've just got a world that is griefed with just neon blue and neon green. Like, just, you know, it makes everything uglier. When do I think the video will come out? Probably, let's see. Honestly, and I know it's been a very long time, but again, I'm doing a lot to get this video right. The video is probably about a month out. And I can't even say it's going to be like I don't think it's going to be a particularly large episode. It's just that I've spent a lot of time figuring out this video and preparing and planning it because there's big things happening. So this is a very calculated video, which is part of why it's taken so long, right? I couldn't afford to spend a lot of time kind of fumbling. So I had to really figure out what I want this video to be before even really starting on it. Which is why I'm like two weeks into the cycle. And honestly, I have not recorded very much. I would say I know very well what I'm doing at this point, but yeah, it's been tough to land on it. Probably did take a little longer than it should have, but sometimes that's just how it goes. And it was worth it because I'm very, very happy with where I landed on it. Are we starting the clock tower? Yes, that is something we will be starting today, though I'm not sure we'll get much past, like, terraforming today. But yes, that is what we will be starting. Okay, let's go deal with this disaster of an inventory. Jordan, welcome to the stream. Yo. We didn't get to it last time. Is it possible to do a village tour? Joanne, you have this wonderful knack to ask every time the sun is setting. Or, in fairness, I also probably read that a little bit late. But, like, still, every time I see it, the villagers are going to sleep. So, rip. But yes, if we catch it when it's like daytime, then yes. Utility, there we go. Dirt. Yeah, see, we got plenty of dirt, so I'm not concerned about using it up. Don't need. While it is nighttime, let's talk about build pallets for the tower. I've been working on some ideas. Let me do this. And okay, now to be clear, when you see these, this is not at all the actual design. It's simply kind of a loose idea to look at color palettes and compare color palettes. So here's some like palettes I was looking at. I would say I've leaned mostly towards this one, but it's hard, right? I want to do like a gradient upwards when I have kind of roughed out edges. Now these won't just be like solid lines like what you have there. It'll be protruding out a little bit and probably a little more designed, and then put the tree across it just to give you an idea of what it will look like balanced out against the tree that will eventually be there. Any thoughts? We'll call this 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, the tower is going to be, you know, my task is that I have to build something entirely out of blue this month. So the clock tower is going to be blue, and that is why. But does anybody have ideas? I have access to all these blocks. I've farmed pretty much all of these, so this is mostly the palette we have to work with. Are we liking number 4? You like the bigger one? It's also, I mean, I agree, but it's a little hard to tell because this one is so much like bigger and shapelier that you get a cleaner look at it. I was thinking like on this one particularly, I really liked how it led into the prismarine, but there's something about here I'm realizing, because this tower is going to be about maybe not quite, but at least twice, probably 3, God forbid 4 times taller than this. Yeah, let's look at 3 real quick. But that's going to be so much prismarine. Even if these layers get expanded upwards, that's going to be so much just a flat wall of prismarine. Now, again, I will be breaking it up some, but I'm going to need to figure out some good ways to break it up. I thought about the copper, but the copper is kind of a pain. Here, let's time set 10,000 maybe? No, maybe 6,000. There. Yeah, it's not bad. Needs a darker color added. Like what, in the prismarine? Well, there will be accents, right? And they'll be probably made out of stuff like dark prismarine. We could, assuming I have enough warped stem, I mean, we could do like stripped. Like that adds a lot of good variety. Mess that up a little bit, but yeah, it's kind of nice, right? I really like 2. 2 is basically identical to this, except there's an added layer of warped planks. So are you, well, okay, it has the dark prismarine as well. Here, that's another thing. We can change the accent colors pretty easily, like these outer edge colors. So let's look at some alternatives. base, warped stem, dark prismarine. So that's what it looks like in dark prismarine. You don't really think about it, but like warped planks and dark prismarine are so freaking similar in color. It's ridiculous. Yeah, now again, the corners, this is not how the corners are gonna look like. We're more getting a color idea. Hey Kevin, we're looking at, so we're building a giant blue clock tower, and we are kind of working out the color palette while nighttime is passing on the world. Use walls, dark prismarine walls. Dark prismarine walls don't exist, and it has to be a blue color. That's the challenge. That's part of the challenge, is just the blue color palette. Build palette. It's rough. It's rough, man. I think the concrete is flat. See, in some ways I actually like the concrete most, but I do think if it was all concrete, it would be rough. Say the warped planks make a great dark blue tile roof. I do think the planks look, or that looks better. Now, what if we tried, just for sake of comparison, strip. No, I don't think so, right? I don't think so. It needs to be a darker color. Okay, what's chat saying? Love 1. There's some about 1 that I kind of like. It's more muted, which gives it a more like in-depth, less cartoony look. Probably looks better with would look best with shaders. I might honestly do a straw poll. Let's do a straw poll because I want to gauge what people think. Straw poll. I can't see chat while I'm doing this, so give me 1 second. Which palette do you like most? One, 2, 3, 4. All right. Create poll. Let's see. So chat, just one more time. Can we see with shaders? Oh, we're seeing this with shaders. This is shaders right now. But it's more like in the landscape. But just before we share the poll, just a reminder, number 1, number 2. Here, I'll even make sure you get a good look. This is option 1. Option 2. Option 3. And option 4. And now I send the poll. What are we thinking? Let's real quick check how things are looking on the server. Is it daytime yet? It is very close to daytime. Best blue, gradient, dark prismarine, warped planks. I mean, yes, I'm not necessarily looking for a perfect gradient as much as I am just looking for like a aesthetic design. Like, it doesn't need to be a perfect fade from dark blue to light blue kind of thing. That's also just tough, you know? Ducky doesn't like them. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, it's not a block palette I would choose. I wouldn't choose any of these if it were up to me, but I have to build out a blue, and it was either blue tower or blue tree, and I decided I liked the idea of the blue tower more. 1 is winning. Interesting. I'm not opposed to that. Kuroi, thank you for being here. VOD will be up later if you want to catch up, and thank you. Yeah, let me look at the straw poll real quick. What's it looking like? Oh, one is winning a lot. Are we talking one with, so I didn't represent it super well in that, but are we talking one with the light blue layer at the top? Also, let's just have one more quick look. So go up into a light blue color. Why don't I use different color for the pillars while the tower itself is blue? I probably will, yeah. Well, maybe. I gotta make sure there's no room for argument that the build is not entirely blue. Delay check. Yeah, not much delay. Bone blocks. I'd like to use, I have some quartz that I farmed up. It's either gonna be quartz for the clock face or it's going to be pale oak. Going back to YouTube on my TV using my phone for Twitch. Ayo. Still light, so you do like the light blue. Okay. Yeah, I don't disagree. I think one has a different vibe from the rest that is a little more, I don't know, more, the word that comes to mind is serious, but that's not fully what I mean. I guess it's less like cartoony goofiness, right? The others make it look a little more animated. The first block palette looks a little more realistic, which is a really odd way to put it. It's more muted. I followed the link a full minute before. Oh yeah, I mean, there's probably about a minute delay. By the way, I have wandered off into the wilderness because I decided we can go look for some pale oak for a little bit before committing too hard. Because if we do end up using pale oak, it'd be nice to be able to just kind of in the background have some getting farmed up at home while I'm building. All right, I think people are leaning towards one. I don't think I was leaning towards one necessarily, but I'm very happy with one, so no complaints. No complaints at all. The first palette is more me-coded. You know what? Honestly, that's fair. It was the first one I built, which I think in some ways does say it is the most me-coded. It's where my instincts led me first. Yeah, that's fair. I guess that's fair. The palette is more muted and like realistic looking, which does make it fit the other builds better. I like that rationale. How long am I gonna be live? A couple hours. I should be live minimum of another 2 hours, probably closer to 3. Right, we're going in a completely different direction. So guys, whoever was watching stream last week, something very wild happened like immediately after stream ended. I didn't log out for a minute when I ended the stream, and I forgot, and I was sitting in that desert temple, and I have my headphones off, right? I'm about to get up when I just hear off in the distance, I'm hearing. Sorry if that was awful in the mic, but I was like, what is that sound? And I listened closer and I realized, oh, it's coming from my headphones. That's a sound of me taking damage. So I throw myself back at the computer, open up Minecraft, and lo and behold, I'm on about half health with a husk just wailing on me in the temple. Quickly kill it. By the time I'm done, I have about 3 hearts and whew, spooky times. You got to be careful. I am a chronic forgetter to log outer. So I'm really need to work on that because it has gotten me wrecked before, and I'd really like it not to ever get me wrecked again. 2 to 3 hours live? I mean, that's not that long for a stream. One looks like something you might voluntarily build as to be forced to build. Some truth to that. Some truth to that. Interesting, because we're not... I guess we are in new chunks. I'm looking at these cows. I'm like, shouldn't these chunks have been generated pre-recent update where they added those cow variants? But I guess not, because here they are. Oh, man. Could be a while before we find what we're looking for here. But we'll probably look for this no more than like an hour. Because it's not mission critical. It'd just be nice to have another building block. See, that's another thing that's getting under my skin a little bit, right? The entire clock tower is going to be blue. Except for maybe the clock face. The only other block I could think that could work for that is stripped crimson hyphenite, just because it's so much lighter and more vibrant. It will stand out and be a more clear clock face. It's definitely pushing the boundaries a little bit, but I don't know, man. Honestly, tasks are important to me, but I'm using, like, for this month particularly, I'm using them as more of a guideline. Points, whatever happens with my points, so be it. It's, I've got an idea of what I want to do this month, and I'm not going to let the task game ruin that. So, pale oak is considered a variation of dark oak. Yeah, so that's the thing. We need to find dark oak. You put a colored glass in front of the quartz background for the... Oh, that's interesting. Oh. I'm guessing we're having some chunk loading issues. Oh, wait, what? Did I see an ocean monument just now? I really thought I did. Maybe not. Because this one, if there was one here, I mean, it's too late now, but that would be way closer to home. Yeah, you know what, Catherine? That's a great point. White isn't a color, which means it's just another thing. It's another thing on there. And if Viking can twist, you know, bend the rules a little bit by using purple in the nether, which, by the way, purple is a color made with blue. Then you know what? I can have a white clock face for a very massive build. It's a big ocean. Good lord. Can I do black numbers? Well, that's all colors, including blue. That is something interesting. So if white and black are the absence of color and the, like, all colors at once, then how does shades of colors work, right? Because you can have like a really dark, almost black color, like my experience bar right now. It's almost black, but it is green. So does that mean there's like a smaller amount of all the other colors mixed in to make it black? But just a higher concentration of green that makes it green? It's the absence of light, not color. I would love to see build a pond. I mean, I did build a pond. There is the pond in the valley is a man-made one that I built in episode 1. Okay, you know what? Let's stay on land. We might be due for a server restart. I don't know. It didn't help last time I was doing this. Y'all remember when I was looking for an ocean monument and we had chunk lag issues? Is this just something Minecraft does these days? Just lags? Or do I need a new server host? Because holy... yeah, I mean, this has got to be server host, right? This is really laggy. Why are you guys running fine, but these chunks aren't loading? Alright. We hide under here. What are we working on? Well, right now, so we're looking for pale oak, but the main thing we're working on is a giant base for me and Viking to live in the Everwake. We are going to be brain no worky good. Yeah, building a new base and the color palette we are working on, which we can do once again while it is nighttime. The color palette that we are going to be... Network protocol error. Did the server crash? Hold on. I didn't actually mean to log back in, but now this has to be checked. Oi, 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 technical difficulties. Now, it certainly doesn't help that the server almost never gets restarted because... Oh, why is it saying my server's offline? That's no bueno. Having issues connecting to the server? What? Oh no. My internet is good, right? Not you. I mean, you guys are connected, right? Yeah, I can still see chat coming in, so I'm not having internet issues. This is purely server side. Oh no. Guys, we might be having a problem. We might be having a real problem here. Well, in the meantime, while we hopefully get things sorted out, this is the color palette that we will be going with. Now let's see how this looks if we expand the blue up, because that is something I'm thinking about. And actually, just off the cuff, I feel like it's actually going to look good. Place. It's not bad. Place. Does it look better with the texture or as a solid color? What do we think? What is Everwake? Everwake is the world, so the world that me and Viking share. There's a big hourglass. It looks like this. This is not the actual world, but this is what the hourglass looks like. Every real life month, this thing flips, and when it flips, one of us goes to sleep and the other wakes up. So Viking is currently sleeping in his house in the world, and in about 12 days, the hourglass will flip. I will fall asleep and Viking will wake up and we share the world 1 month at a time. Okay, server, hello. What are we doing here? This is super no bueno. I can't connect to the server, right? I can? So am I just having panel issues? And the chunks have loaded. What the heck, man? People like the texture. Okay. We like the texture. Yeah, play for exactly a month straight. I don't sleep, I don't eat, just play Minecraft. It's more like as much playing as I can do in a month. What if we, let's see, how hard would it be to get some terracotta going? Because I am wondering, it's a little purple, but it definitely passes as blue. What about that? Or maybe it gets concentrated. I'm not loving the blue straight in the middle. Okay. I can make that happen, I think. Maybe we concentrate the texturing on the sides and let it be more solid blue in the middle. It does look kind of gray, but that's just because the blue concrete is so vibrant. Like, you look at this here, and it actually still looks pretty gray, doesn't it? I wonder if it's a shader thing. I swear turning off the shaders made it look more gray. Light blue. Technically, powder would probably look the best, but I'm sure that at some point, somehow, some way, this would get messed up. Even though this is definitely the best looking block. Right? That looks the best, in my opinion. But, man, I really don't trust it. Glazed? How do you even make glazed terracotta? I don't remember. I think probably not, because again, this is a really big build, which means most materials I have to build in mass. And yeah, I really already have a pretty big block palette, and I need to move on from resource collecting. But yeah, powdered looks the best. Wool is honestly, it's really well actually, wait, maybe it is closer to the powder. Oh, it is. I thought it was closer to the concrete. Interesting. I think that's an answer right there. We are probably looking at using light blue. Now, I do wonder, just for the sake of experimentation, what do we like? Better as a texture or better as a gradient? Thoughts? Like it better as a texture. I see 2 votes for texture. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Texture it is. Does my panel ever figure itself out? Nope. Nice. Okay. Well, as long as I can get on the server, that is fine for now. Ah, what? Oh, okay, rude. Sure, we can take some iron nuggets. Won't be using the concrete powder because, again, the big problem with the concrete powder is all it takes is a stray water bucket, which, particularly in the process of building, I could very much do absent-mindedly, and then it just ruins all of it. So the wool works, even if it is a little more inconvenient, because it's wool. The only thing that could happen to it is it burns. Oh, okay, wait, no. I thought that was non-loaded chunks for a minute. Let's continue this way for now. We're just wandering aimlessly, looking for dark oak. I know there's like a heat map kind of pattern you can follow, so like if you see a certain biome, you can know that that direction points you towards a certain heat map. Might as well, honestly, collect these, because I'm probably going to need more. Well, yeah, I'm definitely going to need a lot more blue. I did find a good spot in the flower forest to farm cornflowers, so that works out. Are things frozen, or is chat just not talking? Could be that. Everything good here? What's going on? Little odd, but I'm not seeing any problems, so I'm assuming things are fine. Oh, I didn't know they added fallen jungle logs. That's cool. Boop. Okay, there we go. Chat just went quiet for a minute. Oops, reloaded shaders. Okay. There's a this world has a very weird heat map, like biome layout, because I swear I keep running into the same like 8 biomes. We could bring up boats. Yeah, boat to confirm. Welcome in, Avid and follower. Wait, oh, did Avid raid me? Avid, what a legend! My man! Welcome, everybody. This is the first time I've ever been raided anywhere. What an honor that it would come from somebody like Avid. This is the best. Really appreciate it, dude. Yeah, we are doing Everwake right now. It's something me and Viking share. For those who don't know, the world basically swaps back and forth every month. So there's a big old hourglass. It flips once every real life month. And when it flips, one of us goes to sleep and the other wakes up. Right now we are working on a mega build to be me and Viking's new house. And I'm kind of looking for pale oak. So we're looking for a pale oak biome. Whether we're actually going to find it is another question. But we shall see. Welcome, everybody. We are on an oak adventure. Yeah, kind of. We're also having a little bit of chunk loading errors. The server do not be super happy, so we'll have to figure out what's going on there. I love the new biome stuff, man. I love the leaf litter, but I really love having the fallen logs. That was one of the things I was always jealous about with Bedrock. Any signs of Dark Oak anywhere? Well, it'd be real nice if the chunks would load. I missed a bunch. Neon, did you guys update the playlist with all perspectives? Yes, although I did notice a few minutes before stream that Viking's most recent episode has not made it to the playlist, and I need to do that. Will you guys eventually play on the server at the same time? Well, so that kind of happened in Viking's last episode. I woke up for a little bit. There's a whole thing. Go watch his episode if you want to know more about that, because that will come up later. Okay, the chunks are starting to catch up again. Ooh, almost didn't make that. How bad of a fall would that have been? Not bad. Ooh. Oh, I thought that was emerald. Dang it. Avid was in cat makeup, making speed 2 potions in mass, and we even got a song at the end thanks to Quilby showing up on the guitar. Legend. Absolute legend. Put on cat makeup for a stream. That's high effort. Did you take a map with you? I mean, I'm kind of going outside. I'm already probably outside the radius of the map room. So I could have probably made a new map, but we have much bigger fish to fry at the moment. There's big stuff happening this month. Really shaking up the Everwake. Challenging some of the norms we've been establishing. We've already got pumpkins. Tempting, but unnecessary. Will you guys make a world for viewers to join? One day we will probably do a world download, but he paid £55 for that, or euros for that. Oh my god, for the makeup, that's wild. 99 viewers on YouTube, between YouTube and Twitch, 112 viewers. So welcome everybody. Thank you for being here. It's very, very nice to see a lot of faces enjoying the Everwake. However, it's not so nice to watch chunk loading. We might go back home and work on it. And because, yeah, Pale Oak is not mission critical, and it's going to be a very lame stream if we spend half of it waiting for chunk loading. So maybe not. Maybe we accept our fate and head back home and get to work on the clock tower. Are we still paper boat? We can do a paper boat. All right, 5-minute flash sale. Every donation equal 1 boat. This couldn't possibly go out of hand. Did Avid raid somebody else on Twitch? Because that's like min-maxing. It's like, let me really hit up all my friends. But I'll raid 1 on YouTube, raid 1 on Twitch. Gets started on TikTok. I don't know. Wait, is TikTok raiding a thing? I don't know. You raided Ruby on Twitch. Hey, you know what? Ruby definitely deserves it. I'm glad. Dude, Avid has like such an interesting streaming presence because it just blew up, right? I mean, obviously, you know, he got on
wow.
Well, there's there's the boat. I can't make a pink boat right now, but remind me when we get home and I will make a pink boat. Or you can have a different boat. Let me know. But thank you for the donation, Catherine. Could give Viking a task to get Pale Oak. True. But then ideally the build will be done by the time Viking's back in the world. And if I would use it for the clock face, that would be kind of a major part of the build missing.
Wow.
Oh my god. Silver wants another boat. Oh, that's 2 boats. Thank you for the donation. Oh, yeah, the camera is off for just a second. We'll be back. You know, I really should check coordinates and make sure I'm heading the right way. Yes, mostly. Why hasn't Flaming Moai posted anything on his YouTube channel after UHCG? So, UHCG, it's kind of an interesting story. UHCG didn't do very well for quite a while. Its most viewed video for about the first year and a half, I think it maybe broke 1,000 views. Maybe. So, like when I got UHCG, Moai had 700 subscribers. So what kind of happened with Moai is he just moved on. He decided, you know, YouTube's not working out. I'm going to go move on with life. And then UHCG kept going. And UHCG started getting popular. And now Moai has 10,000 subscribers and he hasn't uploaded since then. Wow. So there's another donation. How much is 1 boat though? Can I get bamboo? You can get bamboo when we get home. Yeah, definitely. So we got 3 boats. Any preference on Silver on what type of boat? Since we're apparently taking requests on the type. Thank you again for the donation, Ducky. But yeah, Moai, I don't want to ever put words in Moai's mouth. I know he did consider making YouTube videos again, but ultimately, I don't know why he chose not to, but he did not. Is there a Trident man around here by any chance? I'm not seeing any Tridents getting thrown at me. No. No such luck. Okay, we continue onwards. Would you play on a Bedrock world? I'm not a Bedrock player. Thank you for the offer, but I might try Bedrock at some point, but probably not. Not anytime soon, at least. Wait, higher? What? What do you mean? Now you I don't get it, Ducky. It's because you asked me. I need to. I always blow up creepers when I look at chat. It's like a curse ever since the line video. It's the curse of Kevin. All right, I didn't see any evidence of Silver requesting a specific boat, so we will get that. Does he read Twitch chat? I definitely do. So here's the thing, Greg, right? I have a lot more viewers on YouTube than Twitch, so just naturally when I'm glancing over, there's a higher probability that I'm going to see a YouTube comment over a Twitch comment. It's not that I prioritize one over the other, it's just the unfortunate reality of having a combined chat. But I definitely do not try to ignore Twitch. It just numbers do be doing number things. All hail the line. Catherine, it is all your fault that Kevin died. I bear no blame. When will we get a new episode? I would guesstimate about a month from now. It's late, but that's because this has been a very carefully, specially made episode. Things are changing and I wanted to make sure I execute things very carefully, which required extra planning. So you got kicked from YouTube. Silver, I was asking if you want to know what color boat you want, if you have a preference. UHCG is the perfect example of having an idea ahead of its time. Yeah, honestly, in a lot of ways, that was the biggest strength of UHCG is Moai. And he won't admit it when I talk to him, but Moai went in with already a very strong concept of what UHCG should be. And it kind of framed the whole project so that everybody sort of found a way to expand on that original idea, and it grew in such a good direction. It's really, really good. Can I dinner bone one of Viking's cats? I do like that idea. I don't have the emeralds to spare on name tags at the moment, but I like that idea. I was kidding around. Of course, I understand. It's all appreciated. Oh, Ducky, I quite literally did not understand. My bad. I wasn't like offended or anything. I genuinely was just confused. Sorry if it came off the other way. Oh, you were talking to Megan. Okay, now we're definitely off course here because we're generating new chunks in. Okay. Sorry, you know what? Until that is fixed, webcam, we are not going to give people seizures today. That's not happening. I wonder if I relog, if that'll fix it. You can see the nice glow of the screen. Please, 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 please. All right, you know what I need to do is actually pull up coordinates for home instead of trying to guesstimate, because this is taking longer than it should. I know we were a little far away, but we weren't that far. Oh, I hear it drowned. Okay, things loaded. No, okay. Come on, where's... I have like, because we switch versions, I have like 3 different installations of Minecraft for Everwake, and I keep my coordinates as screenshots, so it takes me a minute sometimes. Okay, there we go. There we go. So, villagers, Joanne. Okay, we got the coordinates. -3,000, 1,400. We are headed the right way. There we go. The Flying Duckman. I'm going to Christina at the Flying Duckman. I asked for bamboo because I've never actually seen one. Oh yeah, I can definitely make that happen. Next Everwake video will be in about a month. I think this is actually the only channel where I've done super chats on. Well, that's a huge honor. Thank you, Silver. I really appreciate that. Yeah, we will add to the pile of boats when we get home. We got a pink boat to make, a bamboo boat, and Silver, if you have requested a color, I have still yet to see it. So what's your plan to ban future blue builds? I mean, appeal to Vikings humanity. Honestly, that's about the plan. Just like, Viking, please have mercy. And if that doesn't work, then I'm gonna blow everything up. Yeah, next Everwake video is taking a long time because I'm taking a very, very, very careful approach to the new video because I'm shaking things up. Okay, stupid phantoms. Hate phantoms. Wish they all die. Was that one of the big ruined nether portals? It's a pretty big one. I don't know if it's like the biggest that can spawn, but it's big. Silver said oak. I can do oak. Ah! Hi, creeper. Hi, parrot. Alright, how far? Going the right way. Man, I wandered further from home than I thought I did. Is that right? Yeah, that's still right. Might as well grab some bamboo. Gotta get ready to make a bamboo raft. Any update on your offered sponsorships? Not much to say other than probably I did get a full offer from the key sharing site, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. I don't think I'm gonna do it because, not because I think it's bad for the people I'm advertising it to. But it's not great for the game companies themselves, which in some cases, fine. But in other cases, like if it can take money from the most vulnerable devs. Probably not. I don't want to do that. I like the gaming industry. I want it happy and healthy, and I don't want to promote things that hurt it. So, nope. But as far as the plushie, yeah, no guarantees, but there has been talks. I would love longer videos if it meant waiting for you to perfect them. I did intend for this episode to be longer, a longer, bigger episode, but it's kind of come down to a quality over quantity thing. I could have made the video a lot longer, but I really wanted to make sure I knew exactly what I was going for this video. So instead of being a longer video, it's going to be more concentrated with a higher quality storytelling and good content. Like, think about this, right? I'm going to spend like the next 2 weeks building this house. Now, am I gonna have like 20 minutes of building in the video? No, I'm probably not. It's probably going to be a couple really long time lapses. So, I mean, this is kind of the challenge, right? This when you have a month that is so build heavy like this one's gonna be, yeah, it becomes crazy. But here's the thing, even if my next episode isn't like the best, I'm also, a lot of what I'm doing this month is to set Viking up for a really good month next month. So, keep that in mind. I know there's been a long gap. It's not been intended. Also had some family stuff, which exacerbated the delay. But, yeah. All right. How we looking? Still a ways off. Okay, we're actually good there. Nope, nope. So we basically need to head to just do this direction. Did I find pale oak? No, we gave up because bad chunk loading. Just not in the cards for the stream today. Probably need to switch server hosts, or if not that, then figure out what's going on with if the data pack is causing lag or something. Lag, not lag. What's the time left for the Switch? Like 12 days. Can you make a pig farm and add a lightning rod and then hit the lightning rod and channeling to turn all of them into pigmen for... I mean... Like, that's... Yeah, that's something that's possible. Why would I do that over use the very nice big gold farm that Viking built in the Nether? There's a possibility that this mountain range is the opposite side of the mountain range where Viking had his first death. Honestly, I love how you both make your videos. You could always add random time-lapse videos if you ever got the chance. Won't lie, I like some of the time-lapse videos on YouTube. Oh, dude, I love time-lapses too. There's a very specific role for them in modern YouTube videos, particularly in like survival series, because people don't click a Let's Play to watch a time-lapse, but they will watch a time-lapse in a Let's Play if it fits comfortably and is like nice and visually appealing, and they don't, basically as long as they don't get bored, then it works. So you got to be careful and tasteful. What is going on there? But yeah, this is definitely that mountain range. The big old crater, just a little bit over there. Probably see, yeah, you can see just a little bit of it right there. Having a delay from time to time is totally all right. Yeah, honestly, there's just been like, I mean, yeah, I had family stuff, but also Everwake has just been in a spot where we're kind of like, okay, Everwake is kind of ready to grow. But how do we want to do that? And how do we make sure we do it right? And we're getting there. But like, yeah. quality can take time sometimes is really what it's all about. Music is key to a time lapse. Very true. Very true, at least to me. It's okay for time lapses. Short form content has fried our neurons. I think we'll keep up to speed. But even, I mean, that's the thing, right? With time lapses, like, you still got to be careful, because if it's not done just right, then it can get a little boring. Like, it can, doesn't matter if it's like nice and aesthetically pleasing to watch the building just arise out of the earth. If the camera angle's not right, if there's not enough cuts, if it takes too long, like, you gotta be real specific and tasteful, that it stays kind of in that like ear and eye candy range that you need to make it work. Thank you. I am excited to see the final product too. There's a lot to get done, and it is a little bit intimidating, but I see the vision and I know it's possible, and I just gotta lock in, get it done. Have I considered taking the journals in Minecraft? Oh, you mean like... Hey guys, where's my journal? I talked about that I added journals to the Everwake early in the stream, but where's my journal? Did I chuck my journal? Oh no, I did put it away. Okay, let me make sure. I think I may have thrown out some books too. I really hope I didn't throw out the wrong one. Which chest? Misc? Okay. If it's any of them, it'd be... Oh, well. One of these three. Oh my god, I can't click. There it is. Beautiful. Try not to spoil the contents, but if you're like obsessed, you can go back and pause. Yep. Okay, crisis averted. I guess it's about time to start building then. Nope, it's boat time. I lied. It's boat time. All right. So what we need, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a oak boat was requested. Bada boom. Oh, I have a bunch of oak wood on me. And how much bamboo do I have on hand? Bamboo planks. How's that? Oh, wow, that's expansive. That's so expansive. I know there's a bamboo farm. Hopefully there is enough bamboo in that farm for a boat. Let's go find out. Had to pause real quick. I like the journal idea. Oh yeah. I was, like I said, real hesitant to do it because it is just kind of straight up a thing from UHCG. But I've very firmly come to the decision that I'm not going to be so scared of mimicking UHCG that it comes at the detriment of Everwake. So, because I think that's unnecessary. So, journals are what the series needs, and journals the series shall have. Will these grow back, or do I need to replace this? I think I need to replace this, don't I? If I cut it like this, it won't grow back. Or does it? You know what? I don't know. I'm not going to risk it. I think it probably does grow back, but I'm still not going to risk it. Oops. See, in my head, they have to have this little bit at the top in order to keep growing, but that is wrong. Because also I know that people have bamboo farms that are automated that just slice them and they still grow just fine, so. Okay. That'll do. Just like with sugarcane, leave the bottom one. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. You have a favorite Viking video? A favorite, like, episode of his Everwake? Ooh, that's tough. That's very tough. Because, see, every time I watch an Everwake episode from him, my brain's not thinking so much about the content itself as, okay, I need to pay attention to every little thing he did so I know what I'm working with. Because usually it's like, it's less entertainment for me and it's more like, oh, okay, finally I get to know what's going on in the Everwake so I can be ready. I loved the episode where he made the treasure hunt. Sun's gonna set again. Yeah. Welcome to the Everwake, where the biggest mistake we made was leaving the game rule do insomnia true. But it is okay. We will have... Oh, you're talking... Joanne's probably talking about the villagers. It is a curse. It really is. Okay. Now we make bamboo boat. Raft. What? Please change to the correct one. Please. Guys. There we go. Oh. Got it. There we go. Bada bing. Bada boom. Bada bang. All right. So much inventory clutter. Good lord. All right. Let's go add to the boat pile. Boom. Bing. Bong. There we go. Got any champagne? Y'all, give me 1 second. I'm gonna get into the house and I gotta use the restroom, so I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. We have lots of building to get back to. Be right back. Do you know how much I love coming back to Cheez-Its comment? Honestly, has anyone ever considered maybe it was Kevin's fault? Blowing up just seems a bit dramatic. Very true. Very fair. Very valid. Catherine, I don't know who Catherine is. Oh my goodness. That's great. That's great. Is it nighttime? Okay, let me real quick. Oh, I am still, there we go. Go and take a screenshot of our build palette so I have it easily accessed. Boom. Open that bad boy up, and now that is on my second screen for reference. Also, I want to shoot Avid a quick little message thanking him for rating. Avid, thanks for the raid, man. All right. All right. Enough dilly-dallying, let's get back to it. He can't help it. He just gets so excited to see people. He can't be held responsible. He's like a toddler. Well, he's a toddler who blew up, and you know what? Maybe that's not something I should say. YouTube will auto-transcript that and be like, what the heck are you talking about on your stream, my guy? What the heck? Okay. Is it daytime? Come on. Oh, perfect timing. It's a brand new day, everyone. And it is time to start building a clock tower. So what I'm thinking, right? The base of the clock tower, nothing's gonna attack me. No. Base of the clock tower goes kind of right here. Basically exactly where the shop was. And then the roots of the tree will kind of surround this hole, and we'll clean this up. Oh, phantoms. Roots will go up and then circle around. You guys, the sun is basically out. Why are you here? This is just rude. Where's the other one? The true enemy of Everwake. Not that they're dangerous, they're just so annoying. Okay. Onwards and upwards. So we do need to do a little bit of terraforming. Also, when I start building this, I'm going to basically outline things first and then go back over it and detail it. Let's see. I think what we'll do is actually take this terrain down a little bit, because I kind of want to square the angles nice and wide. A good wide base. Catherine says villagers. You know what? We have talked about seeing the villagers for long enough. Let's go check out the villagers. I know it is an abrupt change. We will get right back to it. But we have been talking for like almost 3 streams to go see the villagers. So let's do it. I think ADHD is the true enemy of Everwake. Never has a truer thing been said. I focus just fine when I don't also have to like stream. Ah, Blue Haven. Love-hate relationship. Came out good. Was such a struggle to get there. I'm confuzzled. Why did he start again? Why did I start what again? All right, let's have a look. Are you guys awake yet? You sleepyheads. I know Viking named some of these as well. You are not named. Jaco, we got Jaco right here. Are any of you named? No, but you are like all adults now. How they grow up so fast, quite literally. Got Davosaurus over here. Yeah, he's a stone cutter. We have another stone cutter. Nope. Mr. Sleepyhead. He's our cleric. Our one and only cleric. What? I'm confused. What? Why did I start? What did he start again? Oh, well, I mean, we're just introducing all the villagers. So there's Hank 2.0, K-Dog, Time Traveling Pirate. Anybody hanging out up here? Malcolm is a little stuck, a little confused, but you know what? Malcolm does Malcolm things. Davosaurus is my favorite name. Where did all the Fletchers go? Where are y'all? Down here. Got Anangarama. He was the very first Fletcher. Fred. Sus. Luther. Bluey. Sapphire. Which, Sapphire's here. Sapphire is also actually Fred. And, yeah, there was a mistake made there, but that has not been fixed. Frosty. And I think that's everybody at the moment. Other villagers, all villagers were named. Some, unfortunately, did fall victim to the stairs. Just like good old Hank. All right, we get back to building now. And yay, it only took 3 streams, but we finally looked at all the villagers. You know, the one plan I had going into this month was to deal with the annoying climbing situation of getting over this mountain ridge. And I think that is going to be one of the things I do not do somehow. Saw yourself on stream, but I get to be in the pond. Oh, Joanne, I am so sorry. What was yours, Joanne? We got plenty of unnamed villagers. I can replace yours. Can't wait for the next episode. You're the only EMC series I really watch. Aw, thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely taking my time and making sure the next episode is good. So it's going to be a little bit, but it is in the works, and it should be a good episode. What is what build palette? The one for Blue Haven? It's not based on anything other than me desperately trying to figure out how to make blue work as a color for a build like that. And it ended up looking a lot like Fisher Price toys. All right. Start chopping it all down. Joanne's was called Kiwi. All right, I can make a note of that real quick. In fact, no, actually, because I don't want to reveal my journal contents. You can't know what's in my journal. That would be so embarrassing, guys. Here's what I'm gonna do. This will be the best possible way to remind myself. Name a villager Kiwi. There. Now I can't forget. The terraforming has begun. Yes, and I'm not going to keep getting distracted, despite how it may appear. Yeah, I can't replace everybody's villagers just because difficult, but Joanne, you're a very dedicated regular, and you've been very supportive to the stream. It would just be wrong of me not to, particularly with how excited you've been. Apparently it's not supposed to sting and tingle when you eat what? What are you allergic to? You're allergic to people from New Zealand? What? What are you guys on about right now? I'm allergic to apples. Although it's weird. I'm not allergic to apples when they're cooked. I'm just going to say this really quick. Need to watch the last 2 videos. No spoilers for me. I'm just going to say hi. Laura, thank you for popping in and saying hi. I really appreciate that. And yeah, go check out the last 2 episodes. And be ready for the next one because things are getting shaken up quite a bit. What's so emotional? This is what happens when you just kind of pop in the chat like as much as you can. You read about 80% of the chat, but that last 20% always seems to be super important to understanding the context. Will you be doing the wither prank on Viking that was discussed in the last stream? Probably not. Not anytime soon, at least. It's not a no, but certainly not today. Probably not this cycle. I guess I probably should be replay recording this terraforming. I don't know if it'll get included, but better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. It's because when you heat up, the proteins change, so your body sees them as different. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is why. It's weird though, because I've also had sporadic reactions to peaches, to almonds. So I've wondered if it was based on the pesticides. However, I did hear recently that there's actually a lot of the same proteins in those. Now, almonds was the real wild card, but that may have also just been a freak occurrence. And I don't always have reaction to those things. In fact, I rarely ever do. I know, because I'm insane and I eat things that I have reactions to again, because gosh dang it, fruit is delicious. See what Joanne said? What did Joanne say? I'm allergic to kiwi fruit. Oh! I have kiwi fruit in my fridge right now. I love it. It's one of my favorite fruit. Actually, no, I shouldn't be doing that because I still need to take this down further. My allergy is oranges. Oh, that's rough. The Joshes are discussing war. Reminds me of the Josh fight. Dude, the Josh fight, man. I was so very sad not to have made it out to that. Very, very, very sad indeed. Joanne, you love kiwi as well. Oh no. But you can't eat it. It's like me. I like apples. I just can't eat them. You know what's funny is I discovered my apple allergy while making an apple pie. Now thankfully I can still have apple pie, but what really got me was I was eating the peels of the apples that I was, like the apple clippings. Didn't go well. My throat just about closed. But yeah, it was funny as a kid. I was like, man, I love apples. I just wish they didn't make my like gums hurt and they weren't like kind of spicy. Legitimately, I was like, man, I can't eat apples because they like hurt my mouth. Even though I enjoy them. Oh man. And yeah, I didn't realize I was allergic to them until I was like 16. But yeah, it's definitely an allergy that got worse as I got older. Am I an SBK? I was in SBK season 1, but because of time commitment issues, I'm not in season 2. Wish them the best in the world, though. Absolutely love SBK. It's a wonderful project. If you were to redo your Minecraft skin today, I don't know. I probably won't change it. If I do change it, My skin is something very important to me, and I feel like a lot of people have strong feelings about my skin because it's a little old school, but like, and it probably does need some updates. I'll probably update it sometime soon, but I like it. In some ways, it is the last vestiges of the earliest days of my time on YouTube. So a lot, like, my username has changed since then. My content has changed. So there's not a lot left of what was originally my YouTube dream that actually made it to me being a full-time YouTuber. So I cling to the elements that remain. No, I can have apple juice. See, that's another weird thing. I don't think apple juice is cooked either. It's really weird. That's why I went through a period where I was like, maybe it's the pesticides. I really don't know how to explain it. I have a messed up allergy. I cannot wear earrings. Really? Now, I bet you have a metal allergy, but you might have, because surely, like, you know, an allergy, like if you have an allergy to like cheap aluminum earrings or something, surely if you got like gold or silver or some earrings, it wouldn't be the case, right? Because I know that's a thing. I'm deathly allergic to not eating bullets. So you do eat bullets. That's concerning. I have so much dirt, honestly, I don't really need to hold on to any of it. Yeah, we could also build up some of the terrain. I think we take down at least one more layer, though. Josh, raw apples with peeling is covered in wax. What about almonds and peaches? Does that ever get covered in wax? That's an interesting thought. It could be the wax. Oh, the phantoms. Oh my goodness. Doesn't matter. My ears went purple green. Yikes. Don't forget to replace the torches. Yeah, gonna have to do that. But honestly, I'm not sure how much sense it makes to do it. I mean, I could do some temporary torches, I guess. Oh, come on now. Thank you. It's almost daytime. No, not even close. If I'm allergic to rose pollen, you're allergic to peaches in general. Interesting. And plums will be the next to go. Interesting. That does make sense. Hydration break. Good call. Yeah, I feel guilty because I don't care at this point in my life. However, my daughters want to get their ears pierced and I'm hesitant. Valid concern. I don't know. Can allergies run in the family? You want to hear the most haha Minecraft YouTuber thing ever? I have a sun allergy. A very, very minor one. Not super bad, but yeah, it is. It's like I walk out into the sun, my whole skin, my whole body like bristles almost like I'm getting goosebumps, and I will sneeze. Hot flashes can happen. Yeah, it's thankfully, you know, minor, because there are rare instances where people have intense sun allergies, and that is no bueno. But yeah, my dad had one too. He found out because he was in the Navy, and yeah, being in the Navy and having a sun allergy does not go nicely together. Allergies are definitely genetic. See, yeah, I was like, yeah, because my dad had it, so surely it had to be genetic. But I don't know. Good to know that I'm not crazy. Allergies are mostly genetic. Well, then, yeah, that's very much a valid concern about the earrings. Like, yeah, if you're allergic to it. Surely you can do like some sort of test without having to fully pierce them. Like, I don't know. If you were to just like hold earrings for a while, would that cause you to have an allergic reaction? I don't know, man. I'm talking out of my butt on that one, but I imagine there's got to be some way to trigger that allergy without getting a full-on piercing. Oh, kind of funny to be allergic to the sun. Your poor dad. I know, right? Oh. Oh, I hate phantoms so much. I hate them. I wish they would all die. Okay, you know what? We wait out the rest of the night. It's not long. I can't be killing phantoms every 3 minutes. It just drives me up a wall. I can do a test. Yeah, there you go. My sister, good lord, she had a ton of allergies. She was one of those kids, you know, they go in for like an allergy panel, do a bunch of little patch tests on your skin to see what you have reactions to. And she was allergic to like 80% of the stuff they tested. She had like shot therapy where they would inject tiny bits of the allergens at a time on a consistent basis, and eventually your body starts ignoring it. But yeah, she was having a rough time there for a while. Sawyer, thanks for being here, and yep, the VOD will be here as well as the video in a few weeks' time. Watch, it's probably already daytime. Yep. Basically all the time it took me to get up here. We'll wait for the phantoms to burn before we go back out, though. Let's have a look. So ideally the base would be go out to probably about here. Go over to here. It's honestly maybe a little smaller. Maybe we need to dig into this wall a little bit more. I don't want it massive, but usually Gothic style clock towers have kind of a God forgive me for saying it this way, but a flared base. So we definitely want the space for that. I imagine if you can be allergic to gold, surely you can also be allergic to silver. Right? I mean, they're metals. I mean, you know, again, I'm no scientist. I'm Mr. Minecraft boy, so I don't know these things, but to me, it makes sense that if you can be allergic to one elemental metal, surely you can be allergic to another elemental metal. All right. Chat. I think we all agree, and we're not going to go too far off the rails here. I think, for the most part, we can all agree about how we feel about Mr. Elon Musk, right? Boo. Boo Elon Musk. How do people feel about Starship? For those of you who know what Starship is even to begin with. Starship the rocket. Personally, I'm a massive space nerd. I don't talk about it nearly as much as I would like to, which is why I'm bringing it up now. But I'm a massive space nerd, and so while I obviously am not a huge fan of Musk, Starship pretty cool though. Starship pretty cool. Heading over to Viking stream. Hey, NJ Viking, thank you for being here. VOD will be there later if you want. It's totally messed up. My sister... Oh, we're still talking about allergies. Yeah. Your uncle works for NASA. That's pretty cool. So, oh, here's a great story for you. My dad actually worked for NASA as well. He worked in... he basically worked on the mission control computers. He was kind of tech support for mission control. Really cool gig. However, when I was a kid, I heard him say that he worked as a janitor in college to help him pay for college. And as a kid, I accidentally merged those two stories, and I thought he was a janitor at NASA. So one day when I'm like probably 15, I'm like, oh yeah, Dad worked at NASA as like a janitor, and I have never heard him get more offended in my entire life. He's like, what? I was not a janitor at NASA. Oh man. Oh, my mom lost her mind laughing at that. She thought that was the funniest thing in the world, and she was right. That's a very, very funny thing. Personally, I am upset we don't spend more money on a Star Destroyer or an Enterprise. Cool to see in the sky, but I don't care for it. Treatment of people who work there is not the best. Well, yes. Here's the thing, right? Starship as a technology, I'm super duper excited about. As a technology, it's incredible. It has the power to revolutionize and change spaceflight. The problem is really down to who owns it. Now, you think about, like, I've heard arguments against like a Mars colony is like, well, we need to fix the things down here on Earth, right? Like, it's bound to, like, if we can't figure it out down here, then it's going to end up terrible up there. And that's 100% true. But I also feel like it's kind of unavoidable, right? You know, think about like anytime a country, like new uncolonized land was formed. America is a great example, but other examples too. It's always a total disaster, wasteland, like wild, wild west for a long time until there's enough established for an actual proper government to be effective. It's just the way it's always gone, and it's probably how it would continue to go. Now, that's not necessarily a good thing, but also you gotta ask the questions, like, if humanity is ever going to move into the stars, live on other planets, like, at what point where do you draw the line that it's like good enough? Did I mess up? Did I need to go down one more layer? Did I dig that out and then start refilling it? I think I did. I think I did a dumb. Like me just throwing random stuff down the pit. The USA is going to go dictator. They may as well go full Darth Vader. I worked at Harvard for nearly a decade in a department as an admin, and now have all the swag, and like getting my PhD at a different school at the same time feels so confusing for some people. Yeah, honestly, I struggled a little bit with understanding your message just now. Okay, you worked at Harvard. You get all the, like, Harvard swag. Getting your PhD at a different school at the same field, so it's confused. Now, wait. That is confusing. So you're getting a PhD, like a second PhD for the same thing you have at Harvard? What could you possibly need a new degree for if you already have a degree for that thing at Harvard? Like, surely Harvard is enough to get you there. Am I wrong? I feel like we should, however, practice on Earth. If we can make a sustainable foothold on the Arctic, we can move to Mars. I think there's problems with that comparison, right? First of all, Antarctica is a wildly different survival experience to Mars, right? Antarctica doesn't struggle with radiation. Antarctica has oxygen. Antarctica has plenty of water. Now, I'm sure the water issue can be sorted with Mars, but the point is, like, the lessons you learn from, like, living on Antarctica, for the most part, aren't going to apply to living on Mars. Some of it will. I am unsure of waking up outer space. Here comes the alien debate. People can't stand people from other countries. Imagine the chaos of space. Oh yeah, well, like I said, you know, there's bound to be disaster that happens with it. There's been disaster anytime humanity expands to a new area. That's not to say I welcome it, and I think it should be mitigated, but I do think it's inevitable, and as messy as the US is today, the US wouldn't exist if we didn't go through that period, right? So you have to ask, was like going through everything that was the disaster of the US, what, like, was it worth it to get to where we're at today? In some ways, that's how I look at Mars. It's like, yeah, it'd probably suck for a long time, and there'd be a lot of bad things that came of it, but eventually it'd be pretty cool. It seems like organizing seminars and like building a colony in the desert would be a better test. I mean, at the end of the day, really the main things you got to think about is like no access to like no good resources. You got to figure out farming. Radiation is a massive issue. Low oxygen, massive issue. Like all solvable problems, but it's tough. And then you've got to actually get those things to Mars. You've got to get people surviving in lower gravity, medical complications. God knows about potential birth defects. Like, there's problems. There's huge problems to solve. Although in some ways, as much as we're like busy talking about Mars, it does kind of just miss the basic interesting topic of just Starship and like, yeah, screw Musk, but also, wow, a fully reusable rocket that can carry 100 tons into orbit at a time. Oh my God. I just hope not in my lifetime. I did think I would, wait, what? I just hope not in my lifetime. I didn't think I would see our country in the state it is, but here we are. Yeah, I feel ya. I feel ya. Dug up 4 hidden torches. Don't forget. Yeah. Thank you, Megan. I definitely got to make sure I do that. I'm just removing this layer to replace it with dirt. I bet it'll take a creeper spawning for him to remember. Maybe. Made HCO, you met Stephen Hawking. That's wild. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just obsessed with space as a topic. I could go on and on and on about most categories of just space interests. Get me started on black holes, get me started on rockets, get me started on the speed of light, time dilation. I'm a huge nerd for it. It's just fascinating. So incredibly fascinating. There's a term for it, but like, I'm deeply inspired and impressed by things at an extremely grand scale. There's some people like get super freaked out by things by feeling super tiny. To me, I really enjoy it. I like having my life put into perspective. Like, oh yeah, all those things you worry about, just, there's a whole world out there. And then you look at the universe and you're like, oh wow, it's even better than that. There's not just a whole world out there, there's a whole universe. Like all those concerns and things that you get wrapped up in and stuck in your own head about, yeah, they're just so tiny in the grand scheme of things. Another cult, Neon Space Heavy Navy. Now, that I'd be on board If we want to start a space cult in the chat, I'm all for it. All for it. But yeah, there is, the reason I bring it up now is not only because I love it, but the next Starship launch is supposed to happen this weekend. The last couple have been rather unfortunate. But, the tech is improving. And this flight's should be a pretty important one to really gauge if Starship is looking good in the near future. So sad I missed it. I just got home from school and I missed boats. Oh, Maya. Maya, I'm so sorry to say. Maya, as a honorary member of the boat cult, you have the opportunity. You are the only person right now who may still pay for a boat at the moment. That's right. I make money for boats. Don't forget it. Boat cult has a tithe. Ah! Oh, come on. See? The stupid server lag, dude. I have $20. It blows up. Oh, the Starship. I mean, it's not a bad shout, right? Like, the last 3 have blown up. But, yeah, Block 2 has not been a good time. Okay, let's deal with all these stupid phantoms. Is that all of them? There's one. Okay. Why are you all the way up there, dude? Come on. There we go. You gotta, like, wait for them to be at a spot where they're gonna stay for a while, because otherwise it'll just deflect because of server lag. Wow. Josh, breathe. I know phantoms are annoying. Oh, Catherine Renade. I'm donating for Maya. Bet. The one and only boat. Maya, you get an orange boat. I'm a member of the boat cult. I helped start it. Regrettably, I have no money. Well, don't worry about it, Maya. Your tithe has been paid for you. Love Minecraft, good game. Phantom's good addition. My vote was a mistake from the beginning. Ah, humbug. Should I be worried about the cows? What's wrong with the cows? They're fine, they're cozy, they're keeping each other warm. Get over here. Okay. Now we're expanding this outwards. Ah! Okay, we're actually getting far enough away from here that we probably should start placing some torches. Oh! I can't. We're going back inside. I just can't. I just can't. In real life, I have a sun allergy, but in Everwake, I have a moon allergy. We wait for nighttime. Nighttime's almost over. Carly the Creeper. I lit it up. Y'all are such worry wards. We're good. We're good. I got the torches down. Oh, lordy lord. I'm so excited for this month of Everwake, though. Like, it wasn't until last night that the final bits of my plan fell into place, and I am so I literally it was like 8 o'clock at night. I was laying in bed, kind of calming down for the night, and I sat bolt straight up. I was like, oh my god, I just had the best idea. And it's gonna be pretty sick. It's gonna be pretty dang sick. Yeah, I'm gonna challenge Viking to kill 100 phantoms. That's gonna be one of his tasks. Just revenge. Oh, no, challenge for Viking, no phantom killing, forcing Viking only during the day. Yeah, he just like deals with it. I don't understand how Viking just deals with the phantoms. He's just out all night. I know he brings cats with him and such, which does help, but you just have to be like a different type of person to tolerate the sounds and such that they make. They're so the worst. Although I still should get a resource pack and just change their sound, because that would be lovely. Just make them sound really dumb. I'll be lurking, prepping to make a dress for a wedding. I feel like we've talked about this before, but you make dresses? That's sick. That's like really, really cool. So last week you were baking, this week you're making a dress? Like, Catherine, do you just like live the best, coolest life ever? Wait, hold up, everyone. Is Catherine actually, like, cool? I mean, I know Catherine killed Kevin, but, like, also helping people out on their big day balances out pretty well. You know, you know how like a lot of like serial killers and such don't get caught, like when they have like a conscience and they feel really bad, and then they like end up joining some like public good program, like a non-profit or something, to like pay penance. That's what Catherine's doing after Kevin. She killed Kevin and now is living a life trying to get redemption by making wedding dresses and such. I actually made my sister's wedding dress. That's awesome. What a cool honor. You have nerve damage, so I can only work a couple days a week. Oh, sorry to hear that, Catherine. That's rough. But it's cool. I mean, it's really cool that you can do that. Like, I don't have nerve damage. I couldn't make a wedding dress, so pretty dope that you can. How we looking? It's gonna be a big enough build that I really should just commit to a full-sized foundation, not worry too much about the terraforming. Build the foundation first and then terraform around that, rather than kind of just trying to generally flatten out the terrain. Besides, once the tower's built, I'll probably want to do a little terraforming around the base anyway. It probably, in my head, this is a mega build, but in all actuality, it might be a little generous to call this a mega build. Because it's gonna be real big, but it's not gonna be like the biggest build ever made. It's gonna be big, don't get me wrong, but there's plenty of bigger builds. It's my dress for attending, but I'm helping day of with emergency fixes if needed. That's sick. Almost there with the foundation. Do you know that when YouTube is going to ban minors? I turn 18 in December and I feel like I won't have access for a bit. Hey, Maya, you should in theory already be good, because like that's already gone into effect, their whole AI targeting minors. Also, they're not fully banning minors. They're turning off certain features. Some of which quite hurt. Like I think, might be wrong, but I think it fully disables your ability to like leave comments, interact with comments. So that's the worst. But yeah, the thing about it is like they want you to provide ID, which is to prove you're not a minor if your account gets falsely flagged. It's bad enough that they want to use an AI to try to judge how old you are, but then they want to go and require you to get to show government ID to prove it. It's really sloppy, man. It's a really bad, just dumb system. I understand the sentiment, but oy oy oy. YouTube and their AI these days. Every company loving their AI. AI has a time and place. That ain't it. Big hole by the tower with the flared base. Nice, nice, nice. I don't know, because see, by the time I've got these rounded edges here to make the terrain a little more natural, but no, I said I needed to focus on size, and then I would terraform around the foundation, so I'm going to focus on that, and we can make nice curved edges later once the thing's built. Eye on the prize. AI is a good tool, but people have become too dependent on it. I mean, that's exactly right. It's a tool, right? People use it to replace human, like, decision making, and it's meant to aid it, not replace it. And it's certainly, like, even whether it's ethical, it's just not good enough to replace human reasoning. Joanne! Come on now. How do we... I think that's... It's honestly maybe still a touch on the smaller side of what I was hoping for. Let's have a look from ground floor. How's it feel? Because again, like, if we go in 3 blocks on each corner, so it would be like 1, 2, 3. What you're talking about, by the time we are past like the flare at the base, which is not getting any better every time I say it, just to be clear. It's not small. I did this really awkwardly. I don't know why I... Yeah, because this can go basically up to the edge of here. This will need to come out if this is the actual final dimensions, but how does this feel? I mean, that's big. It could work. You're making it true, right? Add roots and have storage and portals and whatnot, and the roots and maybe some above ground for decoration. Oh, I definitely will be, but I want to do like secret rooms and such. I don't want to get too much into details, but I got to make sure that there's like space for small hidden rooms and such to be concealed without you instantly being suspected of, hey, why isn't that space open? Like suspicious. I think... How's this whole work? It goes... Yeah. So bring this out a little bit. That should work. I'm gonna have to move this chicken at some point. But he's been there since episode 1, man. It just feels wrong. Okay. I think we start getting our foundation down. Although, it's nighttime, man. It's nighttime. Stupid phantoms, man. All right, we'll work until we can't. What's our color palette? Okay, so we're starting off. We're gonna need, you know what? Inventory management before anything. How much? How did I get 29 iron? Build around the chicken. It's like the house and Up, which is actually based off a real house, if you didn't know. It's just like a big corporation buying a big plot of land to develop on, and then a grumpy old person refusing to sell their house. Which, by the way, I do not blame them for or judge them for. Because, like, it's your own dang property. If you love your house, it shouldn't have to be sold to a corporation, and you shouldn't be judged if you love your house. And if you're accept the consequences of them, like building a nightmarish hellscape around your house, and that your house's value will tank, like, yeah, that really sucks. That's also their right, but also it's not their right to like force you to move out of your house. So, random tangent. Just got done with my Forever World project, and I had over 2 million sand to fill in a 100 by 198 deep water hole. Does it really take that much sand? Oh my god, that's a lot of sand. Oh, it's the furnace. Goodness gracious, my inventory. Okay, so, and again, the basic design that we put down right now is very temporary. I will be going back and doing detailing. I'm more focused about getting the general shape down and then detailing it and cleaning it up and making it actually look good later. I just realized I've had this running. Terraforming. I hope, I can't remember exactly when I started that. I hope I don't have a bunch of excess stuff in there. Jeez, he's bugging it. See, did you see that way it bounced? That's so redonkulous, dude. It's redonk. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. Do I have... Bite. You. Okay. The bottom of the pit is the iron farm. Yeah, so my idea is that we clean up this little pit area. We make it like under the tree. So it's like a kind of a hole under the root system. And then we can hide a bunch of little farms down there. Ah, see, you can't get anything done. All right. Come on down. You're dumb. You're so dumb. Are you a Publix guy or a Food Lion guy? Publix hasn't been super available in my area until recently, so I like Publix. I also like Food Lion. I'm a whatever's gonna give me the deal kind of guy generally. All right, let's have a look. I swear I had another picture. We look at pictures of a Gothic clock tower, and that gives us a general idea of where we're starting. Oi, oi, oi. Okay. When the boat works, it works. Go ahead and start this recording. Yeah, I should get my cat from Blue Haven, but that's like such a long walk. I mean, it's not that long. It's just, you know. Takes about as long to go get the cat as it does to just deal with the phantoms. Got a doctor's appointment tomorrow at 8. Ouch. Oh man, I am burning through these stacks. Yikes. I only got 5 stacks of dark oak. I knew I'd burn through them. I didn't think I'd burn through them this fast. That's kind of alarming, honestly. It's making me really think I have deeply underestimated how many blocks I would need. Which is a typical thing for me, but not necessarily deeply underestimating. That is, yeah, very alarming. Thankfully, I mean, it shouldn't take that long to get more dark prismarine, but... Where's the Phantom? It hit me and I still... Okay, there you are. Okay, and then the next one should be the actual wall. Do you think you could stream twice a week in Everwake months where you don't have Everwake? I mean, honestly, I'd stream less when I don't have Everwake because it's like, what am I going to stream? That's something I'm working on. Like, I do want to get other series, but I also don't want to start a series that's like low quality. Like, I've done series that are just for streaming in the past, and it's never great. So if I ever have like, I'll be happy to stream more often in, like, just in general, if I ever have something else to stream. Oh, come on! Make sure I don't hit Kevin. Little moist Kevin. If you're ever bored, you should watch Ghost Stories. No, no. I have seen parts of it. It's a lot. The line was awesome. Full agreement. Actually wondering if it would be best. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Just placed all this, but I want to round this edge a little bit, so I'm gonna go up one extra layer before going in. Could you imagine making a second series? I'm not a huge, like, I really am not huge on like grindy things. So probably no skyblock, one chunk, that kind of thing. Like, I prefer storytelling, and I don't like getting bogged down having to grind out a crap ton of resources. Just to tell the story, like, to try to tell the story I'm trying to tell, you know? Maya is recommending Ghost Stories, but she's leaving out the very important detail, which is that Ghost Stories is very off color. So yeah, if your interest is piqued by that, just be aware. Yeah, it's very sus. All right, we need more dark prismarine. Let's go squid hunting a little bit. Minecraft is grinding by nature. I mean, yes, but there's varying degrees, right? Like, I can go in, like, if I want dark prismarine, I can go just hang out in the ocean, kill a bunch of squids, and then use the Guardian farm. Like in Skyblock or one block, like you're grinding just to get dirt. Varying degrees. What happens if you don't give Viking the world back? Then I guess the series ends, right? I mean, technically, you know, we host this on a server, so Viking could just join right now if he wanted, so... We just honor code, like, join when it's our turn and don't join when it's not. See, there's a couple squid right out the gate. Already got 10, not bad, not bad. Boats indeed. Oh, more, wow. Good bit of squid, just right there. Ah, get back here. No, I was so close. Die. There we go. Oh, I mean, maybe it's not really my thing, to be honest. Besides, I actually already do know what I would make for a new series, but it's more just about actually getting it organized to do, because it's another large amount of planning, but once we get there, it'll be pretty cool. Maybe some more one-off videos before that happens, but ideally coming in the not so distant future. And it will be streamable, at least in part. Just got done with my Forever World project. Yeah, I read that. Okay, what? Hey, what? I read that comment and now you're spamming it. Could you please not spam it, or we will have to mute you in chat. Where did that? Okay, no, it's right there. I'm blind. How many did we get? Half a stack. We probably only need like 2 stacks or so. How much longer are we planning to stream? 45 minutes to an hour, probably. Miss any? I didn't miss any, right? No. Good, good. Good indeed. Oh, squid, where are you? This could be a good opportunity to turn off shaders because it makes it way harder to see. Water is definitely, like, water looks so much better with shaders, but it is so hard to actually use water when it is with shaders because it's so much clearer and more reflective. Maya says I missed one. Rip. I do have looting on the sword, looting 3, so we are getting some. Do I see one down there? I do. Heck yeah. It is ridiculous that 1 ink sac equals 1 dark prismarine. Dark prismarine is such an expensive block. How we looking? 59? Okay. We're getting there. Oh, couple I missed. Squid, 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 where are you? Boat indeed. Oh, there's a few more over there. Ooh, actually, good few. Probably this batch and like one more good batch and we can call it good for now. We don't need the dark prismarine layer to be super tall on the tower, so. Oh, turned on the webcam and missed the opportunity to hack and slash. Maya just says Germany. Oh, if you could speak any local language, what country would you like to live in? Good question. Maybe Switzerland. I really like natural beauty. They got some cool things going on in Switzerland. I don't know if it's choice one. It's just the first answer that came to mind. Sweden's got some pretty cool energy too. I mean, hello, I'm playing Minecraft. How are we looking? Stack and a half. Let's grab a couple more just because I know that if I call it good now, I'm gonna wish I had a few more when I'm actually building. No! Oh god, squid are annoying to hunt sometimes. I'm good where I live. Why, hello there, Josh. How you doing? I'm doing good. We're grinding up a little bit of squid to make more dark prismarine. We have started the mega build, which is quite large. It's not mega, but it's big. Do I see any more easily accessible squid? No, I don't believe I do. So we will call that good. Now let's go grab some prismarine. This is not a joke. Swiss crosswalks use diamonds for better visibility at night. Are you serious? Now, I do know a thing or two about gems. And I will tell you, diamonds are so overrated. There are cool diamonds, like colored diamonds, but just clear, boring diamonds, they're so incredibly overpriced, basically because of like wedding ring industry. But literally like a diamond you'd pay like $1,000 for in a ring would resell to like between jewelers for like a couple bucks in New York and such. Like they're incredibly overpriced for the consumer market. All right, off to the Guardian farm. I prefer emeralds and moss agate. I totally agree with that. Those are my wife's 2 favorite gyms. So it's kind of incredible that you said that. Spammers will be given a warning. Yeah. Thank you very much, Megan. Really appreciate it. Hi, kitty cat. Oh, we on our way now. Well, I understand for liking not fully perfect gyms, right? Because that implies they're natural. It makes them a little more, I guess, storied in some ways. Like, if you have an overly perfect gym, chances are, not every gym can be recreated in a lab, but chances are if a gym is too perfect, it was created in a lab. So, some imperfections actually show that it was dug out of the earth. And again, they give it more character. But it's funny because if it has too many imperfections, then you're just like, oh, well, then it's just low quality. But there's kind of a sweet spot. Now, obviously, the more perfect a gym is, if you can prove that it's natural, then it's always going to be worth a lot of money. But if you've just got like a unknown gym and you take it to a jeweler and they see that it's like crystal clear, chances are they're going to think it's lab grown. Mandy, welcome to the stream. A little bit of FPS lag. It's weird. Oh, this Guardian farm. All right. Just turn that down while we're doing this. Grab a few stacks. I gotta convert these bad boys. There we go. A few more stacks. Okay, we're out. Good lord, this farm is ridiculous. Master volume is at 0, but those things are so loud that it's breaking the audio system and actually still audible. Alright. Out of here we go. Spent $240 on a replacement emerald for a ring. Emeralds, I believe, if you've got like good quality emeralds, are actually worth more than diamonds in the current market, which is wild. It's because most of the emerald mines in the world have dried up. Like the expensive ones. You always have to add that caveat, because you can find a ton of different gems kind of everywhere. But certain ones are going to be worth more. And then there's good old Alexandrite, which I'm trying to remember where that's found. I want to say it's... Is it Egyptian? I might be completely off base there. But Alexandrite is a very fascinating gem. We found, me and my wife know of a place. It's very fun. They have a vending machine where you literally put in like 20 bucks and it just gives you a container full of random cut gems that the place gets wholesale from like closing jewelry stores. Sometimes, you know, probably 90% of what you get, it's fine. Just simple like garnets, cheap rubies, nothing to write home about. Every so often you pull out something crazy. Very, very fun. It's in a place we typically vacation at. So whenever we're in that area, we're like, oh yeah, we're going there. Moissanite is very nice. Or Moissanite. Moissanite? Can't remember how that one's pronounced. Not 2 seconds in the overworld. Ah. Whatever, dude. Whatever. Where is it? Okay, so that's the inner loop. Now we're gonna start kind of working on the gradient. So we build up the corners. I got a piece of indigo kyanite. I was so happy. I had never seen a piece before. That's sick. Poisonite, okay. Yeah, see, I told you I was gonna want a little bit more than this. Ah, phantoms, dude. Urgh. I'm willing to call that good. Now, the next one is... Where's the phantoms? Okay, they're burning. Warp stem. Let's go in and fill in the holes. Might have to go grab a little bit more and even this out later down the line, but right now, again, the shape is more important than anything. Do you think enchantments should get animations like fire aspect? I'm not sure. So you mean more than like the enchantment glint, like the little animation effect that happens? It's much more subtle than it used to be. I mean, I think it would end up looking really busy if they added animations. Like, I'm always down for visual improvements to Minecraft, but I'm not sure I land in the camp that that would actually be much of an improvement. It's gone for a while. What shenanigans did I miss? Not too much. We gave up on pale oak hunting because chunk lag. So we did some terraforming, and now we're actually getting just the general shape started of the clock tower. No detailing work yet, just getting the shape down. Happy to finally see you live, and Everwake has given me the same excitement UHCG gave me. Heck yes, that's what I love to hear. It's also, I love how UHCG somehow by coincidence always gets brought up right when the music I used as like my UHCG theme music comes on in the playlist. That's what's playing right now. Everybody used to ask me, what's it called? It's called Pretty Without You by Vicky Vox. Very good song. There is an audio version. Some of the lyrics were like so perfect, but the actual, all the lyrics together is like a kind of a, not a love song. I don't know what you would call it, but it's definitely not really the same vibe. It's a good song though. Vicky Vox has a few appearances in like cheap licensed music. It's kind of funny. There's like tiers of music that you kind of learn about as a creator, which is just, there's the royalty free stuff, which you, no matter what you do, you can just kind of get. Then there's like cheap license stuff. Like I use Epidemic Sound. I pay like $18 a month and I get access to a ton of music by smaller artists who make some money by having it on that platform. And then there's the really top shelf stuff, like the popular music of the day, that you can pay quite a bit of money to license. Like quite a bit. Yeah, why not? We got enough stacks, I don't feel too bad. Already accepted I'm gonna have to do more material farming, but if I can get the general thing started, then I'm gonna start feeling a heck of a lot better about this project. I had them silly phantoms, they're just lonely. Sure. Oh man, I'm gonna need a lot of this because I probably need to do like another probably 5 layers of this before I start transitioning into Prismarine. I do have, okay, good. Since we're talking about gemstones and rocks, my parents got me a rock for Alcatraz Island, and they had bought while visiting. It's probably not rare, but it's the most interesting piece in my collection. That is very interesting. It's very cool. Let's see, what would probably be the most interesting rock in my collection? We have a pink sapphire, which is pretty cool. So fun fact, for those of you who like don't know a ton about rocks, did you know that sapphires, rubies, I think emeralds too, are actually all the same rock, but with different like trace minerals in them, and it results in different colors. It's very, very interesting. It's called corundum. Same with quartz crystals and amethysts. Also citrine, those are not corundum, they're just quartz, but amethyst, I believe, has iron deposits in it, and citrine is basically quartz but burned. Yeah, I think the coolest thing about the pink emerald, or the pink sapphire we have, is that we got it from that vending machine I was talking about. Go get one more stack. Oh, scaffolding would be a good thing to have. See, this is why I don't want to use concrete powder, because concrete powder, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna water bucket down the side of this to get back down to get more materials. Imagine if any powder was in here, it'd be getting ruined. Yeah, let's get a little view. That's a solid foundation. I'm happy with that. I'm almost wondering if this should be 1, this should be 2, and then this layer should be 3. But again, these are things we can adjust later. It's more about getting something down that is easy to adjust and refine as we go. This is what happens when you don't pre-plan builds, which is like a good way of doing things. How much? Yeah, still 6 stacks left. Because I still, according to my build palette, I need to have like trims that will be made mostly of warped stem, so. Gemstones are some of the most interesting things on our planet. I love gemstones, and I wanted to be a geologist. I totally feel ya. Yeah, there's definitely a life where I would have been a geologist. Coming along, yeah. I mean, we're not even probably a quarter of the height. Probably about maybe a fifth. Let's see, I want to build probably to about here with the crimson, or with the warped planks. Well, maybe that high on the corners, but might actually be a little tall. Does look like the base of an obelisk. I mean, if you like oversimplify the shape of a Gothic style clock tower, it's kind of obelisk shaped. How tall does this go? It goes 4 up from here. Okay, so that needs to go 1 higher. I guess it doesn't need to. Add some variation. That's what makes a good gradient. You don't want it overly uniform. Found you through UHCG and found UHC. Well, thank you for finding me through UHCG. I loved UHCG, and it's, you know, it's always awesome when people stick around from it because it's my favorite series that I ever did. Yeah, we can use a little bit of prismarine since that's the next thing, and it will make building a little bit easier. Use MK? What? What you building? I'm building a giant Gothic clock tower to serve as me and Viking's new base. I will be streaming probably another 30-ish minutes, probably tops. Let's see how that looks. Gotta be careful because it's nighttime and phantoms will be spawning before you know it. Yeah, probably. I think that works. Right, let's go get some more prismarine. Ah. Oh, Moist Kevin. Yeah, I could be using Moist Kevin. I don't know. I feel like Moist Kevin would look terrible in the time lapse. That's my problem. But for the detailing work, I'll definitely be using him. Like if I'll be adding trims and such. Like, yeah. I enjoy when you got to go back as a ghost and see some of the new building for the ghost. Oh, I loved it, man. That was awesome. Like I didn't get to explore much. Like we really didn't leave that island if I remember correctly. But just getting to like be part of UHCG in any capacity again, it's always a good time. Like I said, my favorite thing I've ever done on YouTube. Very incredible project. Because, like, anybody could come up with the idea of UHCG. It's a simple, good, fairly basic concept. But the way everybody has executed it, you know, I'm proud of what I did, but everybody really has made it what it is. Like... it's really special because of that, because it was a good concept executed on really elegantly. Said 45 minutes, 30 minutes ago. Yeah, oh no! I hate phantoms. Yeah, no, we're definitely ending within the next 30 minutes. 30 minutes max. Kind of just trying to get down some basic materials, like run out of the materials I have, or run out of time, whichever comes first. You could probably raid into Viking at the end of the stream. If I can ever figure out how to raid, I would love to. I don't know how. I'm such a streaming noob, man. But particularly since Avid raided me, now I really feel like I should pay it forward. I do have a hole, yes. Let's see. Boom. Thank you for calling that out. You and all the UHCG fam really made me enjoy Minecraft multiple again. Do you mean multiplayer? Yeah. Dude, like, that's the cool thing about Minecraft, right? There's kind of always a new way to play it. It's your limit is your creativity. Like, as much as I would like goof about water bucket clutch. As much as I goof about the blue thing that Viking's doing, there's something interesting about, hey, now there's a rule that I can only build with blue. That changes how the game's played. It's just a new way to do it. Like, there's always something new to be doing. It is the game of infinite games. Oh yeah, dude. That's kind of working. That could really work once it's all said and done. What did I need? I needed something. Or did I just get knocked off because I was scared of the phantoms? I think I know I got knocked off, but I wasn't sure if that was it. Where did they go? Okay, they're just gone. Interesting. Bada boom. There's another one? Nah, I don't care. There you are. You need to type /raid and then the channel's name. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. That's very useful to know. I have no regrets in suggesting Vikings chat to make you do blue. Well, I do regret it, but you know, I'm glad you're happy. Imagine, jeez! Daytime, please. Ooh. Ooh! I'm glad I have feather falling, man. Oh, I actually don't have feather falling. I think protection's just doing work. See, like, I can't get anything done with the phantoms right now. This is really the worst. All right, I guess we're waiting out nighttime. Because even if I kill these guys, there's just going to be more. But, I mean, look at that. It's coming along. There's actually some real promising look to it. I'm excited to see it again in the daylight, because the gradient's harder to see, like that transition between the dark prismarine and the planks, harder to see. It might not be quite as tall as I was originally thinking. I'm thinking, like on the screen, it would go a little bit above the back of that peak from here. I mean, that feels proportionately correct. No, that might honestly be, it might be a little bit on the short side. Probably up to about like here, I would say. Does that make sense to you guys? Does that seem about right to you as well? Like, I don't want to make it overly tall and I don't want to make it stubby. I want it to be proportionate regardless of how tall it is. Like, it's kind of hard to say. What am I building? I'm building a Gothic style clock tower. Right now we're basically just getting the shape down and then all the detailing comes later, but we're freehanding it, you know? So there's not, I'm not pre-planning this build much other than I know what I want to build, but I'm not like pre-designing it. So yeah, you get the simple strokes down and then you refine it, is the approach we're going for. Okay, almost day. We can almost get back to work. Yeah, there's going to be a Gothic style clock tower, and then there's going to be a tree, like a bonsai style tree, wrapping around it, spiraling up. Yeah, Gothic if Gothic was blue. Okay. They should be, yeah, they're burning. I was gonna say they should be burning by the time we get back up there. Yeah, screw you guys. Is moat even a word anymore? I don't think it just stops being... Has a word ever been removed from the dictionary? I mean, I guess there's like such a thing as a dead word, but like that doesn't mean it's not a word. It just means nobody uses it. Like Latin's a dead language. Doesn't mean it's not a language anymore. There is a zombie down there. I guess I've washed away the torches. I'm Gothic Dab. I'm Gothic Dabba D Dabba Die. Nice. I do also need to farm up a bunch of light blue dye and wool. That shouldn't be too bad. We got a decent sheep farm. I don't need like a ton. I just need a good bit. Probably like 4 or 5 stacks in total. We'll probably do it. In real life, avocado seeds work really well as bonsai trees. Really? That's very fascinating. There used to be an informal U in English. I'm not sure really what you mean. Like an informal version of the word you? Even then, I'm not sure. Oh. Megan, thank you for the video tutorial on how to raid. How long is it? Will I be able to watch it reasonably at the end of the stream? Oh no. I have YouTube Premium, but it's playing an ad. Oh no, and you guys can probably hear it. Okay, 2 minutes. I might be able to watch that. Thank you for sending that. U is technically the formal version of the word. Interesting. If you try to sleep in the nether... What? If you try to sleep in the nether, you would fall asleep or explode the bed. Yeah, you'd explode the bed. My recording, I am recording a time lapse. Yeah, because I'm not going to show like all the details of a mega build. Some of it I will definitely be showing in the video, but yeah, it's probably what's going to be like a solid week of building is ultimately going to end up being a couple minutes of time lapse for the most part. Prismarine layer probably needs to be almost twice as tall as this layer. Probably like 160% the height. Like you want this to feel more like a shadow at the bottom. So, and the shadow gets kind of stretched as you go. It's not quite right. It's hard to explain. It's not really a shadow. It just feels right. I don't know. I guess I'm speaking about what feels right more than any actual logical rule. It just feels right to me. Also best if I kind of zoom out and get a vibe check. Yeah, so we'd probably want it to go to about here. And then blue up to about here with a little bit of capping of wool at the top. I think that's about right, yeah. So we'll probably go about there. Does that seem right? Yeah, I think that's about right. What are your thoughts on Lagundo's time in UHCG? I think he did really, really good. I think it's hard because people got really upset with him about how few episodes he got out. But also his episodes, each episode was like 3 times the amount of content of our episodes, like all the previous generations. So, and that's just the style of creator he is, right? Like he's made 100 days videos for like years at this point, which are all big, massive videos. So I think his instinct is to go for those bigger style videos, and his existing audience was already like super used to that. So trying to do something on a more rapid pace, episodic scale, much harder for somebody in his shoes. But the actual, like, the stuff he did, man, it was great. Like, defeating the dragon, creating the Vault of Stars, defeating the Wither. The man made some crazy moves, and he really took UHCG out of its... I agree with what he said about, like, finishing book 1. I think his time kind of ended the infancy of UHCG. It was no longer, like, a blossoming project. Like, that's not quite right. It was no longer a developing world. Like, the world is now developed. What it is now doing is developing in a direction that is more separate from Minecraft and becoming more about the people who have been in it than it is actually about Minecraft, which is good because that was inevitable. And in order for UHCG to have a really long lifespan, it needed kind of that band-aid ripped off at some point, and somebody to be like, okay, UHCG is now about UHCG, not Minecraft. Need a little bit more Prismarine, probably like 5 more stacks or so, if that even. Let's see, music. Oh yeah, Silk Song, dude. Y'all seen that there's a Silk Song special announcement coming, I think tomorrow? It's wild. It's absolutely wild. You're head to bed now. Joanne, have a good night. Thank you for being here. And yeah, the rest of the VOD will be there. The video will be there shortly. In a few weeks. But thank you for being here. It was lovely having you. Am I going to play Silk Song? Probably not. I played some Hollow Knight, but I'm just not huge on platformers. I don't know. Sometimes they hit for me, but generally speaking, particularly 2D ones, they just don't land for me. I don't know how to explain it. They just don't. Not that I dislike them. It's just not my vibe. You know what games I absolutely love is like discovery-based puzzle games. Outer Wilds is one of my favorite games of all time, and I can't talk too much about it, but if you haven't played it and you like exploration and very mind-bending puzzles, you'd love Outer Wilds. My treasure hunt in UHCG is very much inspired by Outer Wilds. Like kind of hidden in plain sight puzzles where you just need to understand something and piece together some clues in order to do something that you've been able to do the whole time if only you knew how to do it. Outer Wilds is a game you could beat in 20 minutes if you knew how. But figuring out how to actually beat it is the fun part. How do you feel about streaming games like Repo? Okay, my problem, I love doing group streams like that. The problem is, I'm not a night person. Get about 8 p.m., I'm a useless person. Like, I'm dragging, I'm useless. I'm also on the East Coast, which means 90% of the people that I talk to who are American are in earlier time zones than me. So 8 p.m. for me is 5 p.m. in California. So combined, by the time everybody's streaming, which is 90% of the time, group streams happen in the evening, I'm like dead to the world. So it's a problem of schedules not aligning. I love doing it, and I would do more of it if they would be in like the afternoon. But yeah, I work 9 to 5 pretty much on YouTube. Did I just get a trident? No, I didn't. I was gonna say, I don't think they drop tridents. UHCG plays Peak, that'd be sick. I've played a good bit of Peak. Like, I play it with friends, just not streaming. Get a little bit more than that. That'll do. I'm not like asleep by 11 p.m., but I'm like in bed and chilling by 8. Usually asleep by like 11. Did you ever do a reaction video on UHCG uploads? No, because here's the thing, like, something I say a lot about Everwake is like, I really respect UHCG as a project. And my time is done, right? I died. So I don't have that world anymore, which means it's not mine anymore. That's the important thing. So me to continue making a bunch of videos on it, just a little bit, it's not inappropriate, but it's just kind of lame, right? Like, it feels almost a little desperate. Now, there's certain situations, like, say somebody finds the Vengeance of Generations, they solve the treasure hunt that I worked so hard on. I'd make a reaction video to that, maybe. Because, like, yeah, that's something I did and something I didn't get to talk about during my time. So I get to, like, kind of director's cut it, right? So there's actually a good reason for me to talk about that, where my input adds meaningful value and it's not just me cheaply inserting myself into the situation. But in general, like, I'm not going to go react to some random episode that comes out unless it is directly affiliated with me. Okay. We're gonna try to build a bit more at night. Just because, yeah, nighttime still has quite a ways to go. Oh, hi guys. I'm gonna kill you in case I get knocked down there later. There we go. Did I pause this? Unpause. There we go. I hope I didn't, I don't remember pausing that, and I hope I paused it when I got off of here and not at some other point. You ever see like an awkward things, like changes in a build just popping into existence in time lapse? It's probably because I forgot to unpause. It happens more often than I'd like to admit. I understand where you're coming from, but watching a video in a stream with you would be really fun. I mean, I'll never say never, I guess, but like, I don't know. Okay. We probably just need to get out of here. Ah! Phantoms really are the worst thing ever added to Minecraft. Name one thing worse than phantoms. I'll wait. Oh my god, there's still phantoms. I hear them. Stairs are fairly reliable to place. Hi, dumb. Dumb. We're actually getting high enough up now that if a phantom knocked me off, it could be death. Especially since I don't have feather falling like I thought I did. You know what? Silverfish, kinda. But at least they're like a valid game mechanic. Like, I should have the option. Minecraft's original game loop was nighttime is the tough part. So you're building to keep yourself safe from the night. Now they've completely ruined its original game loop with a mob that's not that dangerous. It's just obnoxious. It's like Silverfish is probably it's close. It's a good shout to bring into the conversation. But man, I don't know. I don't see how anything could be worse than a phantom. Woo! Okay, we're not dead. All right, we're gonna wait out the last few minutes of night. Should only be like another 2 minutes. Oy, oy, oy. I don't see how anything could be worse than losing my inventory in lava. Well, but see, like, if that happens 9 times out of 10, it's because you made a mistake, right? Like, as much as that, like, sucks, it's like, yeah, well, I was building over lava, like, or I did something that led me to being in lava. Like, it sucks, it's harsh, but it's fair for the most part. Yeah, phantoms aren't so bad in normal gameplay. That's valid. I mean, you don't have to deal with them often. Still, they're just annoying. Like, I wish they would be reworked to a degree. Okay, back to work. Wish you were streaming for 1 more hour. Work has been slow and you've been keeping me entertained this whole time. Not quite another hour, but I might blast through some of this blue. I want to make real headway on this build. What I'll probably do is keep building until the next night cycle, and then once I start getting fed up with phantoms, I'll probably call it there. I can play casually, so I have to choose advancements or chess, and I don't appreciate the forced choice. Yeah, I get that. Okay, there we go. Swear you only had 80 XP like 30 minutes ago. I spent some time at the Guardian Farm. Guardian Farm go crazy. Cats do well to scare phantoms off. Yeah, I mean, that's valid. Again, the sound bothers me more than anything else about phantoms, but there is a legit mechanic to make them more tolerable, so I will give them that. Still can't believe you knew about Looney getting UHCG for the line streams. For about half the line streams. I think I found out at the right before day 2. Yeah, it was a lot. I can keep a secret, but I don't like it. So it was a lot to sit on for a couple weeks. I had to keep it secret even from the other generations. That was, yeah, wild. I messaged Leon, I was like, I know who the next generation is. I can't say it, but keeping the secret is hard enough, so I at least like need to get that much out of my system. It's just insane. If a Happy Ghast had a boat attached to it carrying a cat, would it stay close enough to scare the phantoms off while you're high up? Maybe? There's another element there. Phantoms don't spawn while I'm in boats. So I wonder if they would spawn while I'm on a Happy Ghast, right? I think it has something to do with like it registers the coordinates of the ground you're standing on, but if it doesn't recognize that you're on ground at all, like, then it's like it doesn't know where to spawn the phantoms. That's just my educated guess. So might not spawn them at all. Now if the phantoms are like pre-spawned, then yeah, I don't know. But uncharted territory. Should also check what it looks like in the map room. I have looked in the map room. I don't think it looks really any different from the way I left it last month. Might actually go ahead and blast through all this blue concrete. See, the real fun and time-consuming part is going to be filling all this in with an interior and detailing all of this. Happy Ghast should thankfully make that a lot easier. Okay, I think are we fully out now of blocks? Have we done it? How are we looking? That's kind of coming together. I mean, yeah, again, super basic shape. Needs a lot of detailing work. But the general vibe, I'm not disappointed. Do I have any more light blue concrete, or did I grab it all? Not quite all. Should have time to use up these last these last 3 stacks. Oh, you should check what the tower looks like on the map. Interesting thought. I think I will wait for it to actually be enclosed and such, because right now it would kind of just look like a little ring, like a little square. Gotta go. See you later, Maya. Thanks for being here. VOD will be there later, although, again, we're basically done, so you wouldn't be missing much. Just a couple more layers of blue. Looking good. Needs more detailing. Yeah, it definitely needs more detailing. Lots more detailing, shape detailing as well. I mean, right now it is kind of just looking like a messed up obelisk, but that is okay. It's all part of the process. For not being detailed, it looks really good, just like most of your other builds. Thank you. I mean, yeah, it's a gradient will work wonders, you know? Learned that from good old Hermitcraft. Okay, we're out of blue. Final verdict for today. Not too shabby for a day's work. Long ways to go, but it's a good start. I mean, it's moving a little bit faster than I thought. I wish, and I can't tell if it's actually a bad thing, but I kind of wish I hadn't gone high on this corner of the gradient and then also high on there, because it almost gives it a vibe like it's leaning that direction. I don't know. Easy things to refine later. But yeah, finish recording. Tower build. One. Oh, gonna take a minute to save. All right. Get back to the house and we will be logging off. Thank you all for being in. I should have grabbed my wall. Actually, I can leave it. That's fine. So I'll be back up there before I know it. Thank you all for being in the stream today, keeping me company for these almost 4 hours while we've been getting the groundwork laid. Also, help on choosing the gradient. I really appreciate it. Failure is not the end. It is a necessary part of the path. Very true. But yeah, we will be back same time next week, about 1 o'clock every Wednesday during Everwake. Next week is my last week of my cycle. So obviously I've got a lot to get done, but I'm going to be working extremely hard to get it done. I feel confident that I should be able to get it done in time. Just got to keep my head down, get locked in, get her done. But yes, thank you again, and I will see you all next time. Bye!